The first known recorded case of Ebola was in 1976 when Olo Kela, a 44-year-old teacher from the Democratic Republic of Congo, contracted the disease. What is Ebola? Ebola is a virus that belongs to the virus family called Filoviridae and can cause severe types of hemorrhagic fever in humans. The virus is named after the river Ebola, about 621 miles from the capital city of Kinshasa. There are 5 known Ebola virus species, including Zaire, Sudan, Thai forest, Bundibugyo, and Reston, some more deadly than others. In addition to Africa, Ebola cases have been reported in the United States, Spain, Britain, and Italy.
Ebola symptoms include severe headache, fever, vomiting, diarrhea, skin rash, and bleeding. Symptoms could appear anywhere between 2 and 21 days after contracting the virus, with an average of 8 to 10 days. The sooner the person gets treatment, the higher the chances of survival.
Ebola is not spread through the air like the flu. You cannot get Ebola from a person who shows no signs or symptoms of Ebola or casual contact with the person. Initially, people are infected through contact with an infected animal, such as a fruit bat or non-human primates. From person to person, Ebola is spread through direct contact with bodily fluids, including sweat, saliva, or touching contaminated objects. This puts healthcare workers and immediate family workers at high risk.
When Ebola infection is detected in a location, there are immediate precautions that must be taken to contain the spread. Wash hands often and thoroughly, avoid contact with bodily fluids, safely dispose needles and other potentially contaminated objects and waste, wear protective clothing, practice safe burial procedures.
The shape of the Ebola virus resembles a thin shoelace or U-shaped thread. The virus is about 80 nanometers in diameter and measures up to 14,000 nanometers in length. There are 7 sequentially arranged genes contained in the single molecule, approximately 19 kb in length. The Ebola virus enters the human body through broken skin or mucous membrane, and like the HIV virus, directly attacks the immune system. The glycoproteins of the Ebola virus help its entry into host dendritic and other cells by binding to the surface receptors and stimulating macropinocytosis. Upon entering these cells, Ebola disables the cell's protective mechanism and replicates within those cells. The immune system of the body tries to recover and launches what is known as a cytokine storm. While this may kill the virus cells, it leads to organ failure and death. In the end, your immune system and not the virus kills you.
Due to similarity in symptoms, it can be difficult to clinically distinguish Ebola virus from other infectious diseases. There are a variety of blood tests and laboratory methods, including ELISA and PCR, that are used to diagnose the virus. Doctors can increase the survival chances of Ebola-infected patients by providing electrolytes, oxygen therapy, medications to reduce fever, stabilize blood pressure, and treating other infections. There are promising antiviral drugs such as brincidofovir and favipiravir, and potential vaccines that are in clinical trials phase. Few more facts and myths. The fatality rate of Ebola went down from 90% to 50% due to early supportive care. Of the 30 recorded Ebola outbreaks, the worst was in 2014 to 2016 that killed about 11,000 people, more than all others combined. In comparison with other infectious diseases such as HIV and malaria, Ebola is less deadly and less contagious. However, there are prevalent myths and fears that are spread about airborne Ebola through exciting fictional stories and movies. The celebrity status of Ebola as the Kardashian of viruses is self-explanatory.